Good day, YouTube. This is Jay Money with Falling Forward Financial. Since I've been doing a lot of lithium videos here lately, somebody left this one in the comments, ALBEMARLE. I've heard of this one before, I just haven't really looked into it. This is probably the most expensive one, or the highest price one out there. I shouldn't say the highest price one, but some people... the ones that I've been covering here lately have been a lot of penny stocks. I also did Lithium, America's Corp. I can't remember the price on that one, and Piedmont, PLL. But I think that was even higher or lower than what this one is. We can take a look here. So PLL is at 77. So, but this one is twice the cost for the stock. So. But this one is on the major exchange. It's not like the other penny stocks that I've been going over. So, but this one kind of trades all over the place. 146 on up to 184 back in January, and then just kind of came down to 141. And you could have bought it here on this dip for 140 and change. But this is another lithium play. Ticker is ALB. They're in the developing, manufacturing, and marketing of chemicals for consumer electronics, petroleum, refining, utilities, packaging, construction, transportation, pharmaceuticals, crop production, food safety, and custom chemistry services. It operates through the following segments: lithium, bromine, specialties, and catalysts. But this is the... one that I'm most interested in is lithium when it comes to batteries and EV, and that's where I'm looking to make the money on this one. This one's been around since 1993. I believe this one has the biggest market cap of 18 billion, plus you get a dividend on this one, so I was kind of shocked to see that one. Not too bad a ratings of 41% buy, and some of the bulls are saying the company has tremendous upside to electric vehicle growth. The bears say lithium prices will fall as new supply comes online faster than demand. So these are long-term plays for me. I buy a little bit here and there whenever I can. This is the other one that I have, Lithium Americas, as 1618. I believe my cost basis on that one is about $4, but I've had it for, I don't know, a year and a half, 2 years. And there's all the over-the-counter stocks out there as well. But there's some information to go over here. Westpac Banking Corp buys 3,939 shares of ALBEMARLE. Westpac Banking Corp increased its stake in shares of ALBEMARLE by 60.5% during the fourth quarter, holding channel reports. The fund owned 10,453 shares of the specialty chemicals company's stock after acquiring an additional 3,939 shares during the quarter. And so quite a bit of information in here. Feel free to pause and read over that there for yourself. Or you can find this on the enterpriseleader.com. Right up there. ALBEMARLE shares acquired by Public Employees Retirement System of Ohio. And this is on Modern Readers. And it just came up when I did a search for ALBEMARLE. Public Employees Retirement System of Ohio grew its holdings in ALBEMARLE by 30.1%. in the fourth quarter, according to its most recent 13F filing with the Securities and Exchange, the SEC. The firm owned 52,383 shares of the specialty chemicals company stock after buying an additional 12,134 shares during the quarter. So that's got to say something, and this is just dated on the 21st, so this has got to say... reading this has got to say something for the lithium and this particular company, the longevity, the future that's going to be there. Feel free to pause and read the rest there for yourself. But when you see businesses buying that many shares of this particular type of Lithium play, I mean, there's got to be a future for it. Again, I'm being optimistic, but there's EVs are just going to continue to grow. So, but that's again how I look at it. So that's why I look at a lot of these lithium plays. ALBEMARLE, a strong sell at this valuation. This is just dated on the 15th, so a week ago. When looking for potential investment options, I always consider the company's leadership position within the sector that it operates. Companies that have the top spot in its area of business stand out because they tend to get stronger over time and can usually weather any headwinds that impact the sector. One name that stands out to me in the material sector is ALBEMARLE Corporation. The company is the clear leader in the industry and does have catalysts for growth. ALBEMARLE also recently achieved dividend aristocrat status, meaning that it has increased its dividend for at least a quarter of a century. So they've been paying that dividend for 25 years, or possibly over that. An impressive feat considering that it operates in a highly cyclical sector of the economy. So very interesting. Another reason to hold this particular lithium stock is the dividend, for you people that like the dividends. Business overview and recent earnings highlights. ALBEMARLE is a leading producer of lithium and bromine. The company is the largest producer of lithium in the world and the second largest producer of bromine. ALBEMARLE has operations in almost 100 countries and is composed of 4 reportable business segments: lithium and advanced materials, bromine specialties, catalysts, and other. ALBEMARLE has a market capitalization of $18.3 billion and generates an annual revenue in excess of $3 billion. Company reported fourth quarter and full year 2020 results on February 17th. For the quarter, revenue declined 11.4% to $879.2 million, but topped Wall Street analyst estimates by $10.3 million. And I'm sure all these numbers will just continue to increase as time goes on, with the need for the demand for lithium, the batteries, the EVs. That's all just going to increase. But feel free to pause and read the rest there for yourself. Again, this is on Yahoo Finance. Lithium and advanced materials sales decreased 13% to $358.6 million as market pricing declined. Lower contract pricing was also an issue due to battery grade price adjustments in contracts that were made in late 2019. Sales in bromine specialties grew 8.2%. And feel free to pause and read the rest there for yourself. Demand for bromine was recovered since the pandemic began. So still a lot of business going on at these particular companies, and like I said, it will just continue to grow as time goes on, and I would assume the stock price would increase as time goes on as well. The popularity and availability of EVs should be a major source of growth for the company in the future years. Battery storage should see an incredible surge in demand as electric vehicles are expected to account for 15% of all new car sales by the middle of the current decade. For context, electric vehicles accounted for just 2% of new car sales as recently as 2018. So 15% of all new car sales in the middle of the current decade. Very interesting. Lithium, therefore, should see a long runaway for growth as more batteries for electric vehicles are needed. So the next 5 to 10 years, I would assume all of lithium plays should be going up, considering the business and financials and everything are done correctly. This kind of goes over the dividend and valuation analysis. And again, you can find this on Yahoo Finance. There's quite a bit of information in there. This is a chart showing significantly overvalued. So there's probably some room to come down. So again, I don't give tax, legal, or trading advice, but you'd have to do your own due diligence on this one. I just wanted to throw this one in there, and I was asked to do a video on this one, and it's one of the bigger plays. So if I were to get into this one, I couldn't honestly say at this point in time, but I'm still looking at some of the other penny stocks as well. But so the world's second richest man, I wonder who that is about to shock the world. And this is CIBC World Market Corp sells almost 90,000 shares of ALBEMARLE. It decreased its holdings by 82.1% in the fourth quarter, according to the company in its most recent disclosure with the SEC. And feel free to pause and read the rest there for yourself. Quite a bit of reading there, and don't want to make the video too terribly long, but you can find this on modernreaders.com. And this is a article that I pointed out earlier on some of my other lithium plays, and I just did a video on E3 metals, but this shows where lithium prices could race higher as demand outweighs supply. EV are fueling the lithium boom. In fact, the elements supplied by companies such as E3, which that video should be out by the time you watch this one, ALBEMARLE, Lithium Americas Corp, LAC, and American and Piedmont. And I did a video about Piedmont over the weekend. It looks like a pretty decent company as well. But as you can see, the EEMMF is a over-the-counter play. So back to Reddit. See if there's any juicy details here about ALBEMARLE. Open for scheduling. Back to StockTwits. This is the future. No other competitor has this kind of technology. Thursday's meeting was just the beginning. So I kind of went over this article. This was about Canada, or the United States looking at Canada for minerals. I believe this was outside of a Whole Foods. I thought it said 2016. It was in my one of my last videos for one of the lithium plays. So you'll be wanting to watch those as well. Then uptrend. But that's all that I have for ALBEMARLE. Let's see if it's on tip ranks here. Forgot that. ALBEMARLE. Let's see what they say. Just have patience with me as it comes up here. So again, trading at 156.25. This shows it as a hold, or I'm sorry, it's trading at 152.15 and shows a projecting 156.25, high of 190, low of 107, shows a hold. So out of 13 analysts. But that's for it for ALBEMARLE. If you have any of this one, go ahead and leave it in the comments. And if you have any other lithium plays, that would be interesting to know as well with your cost basis. And if there's any that you want me to cover, go ahead and leave that in the comments as well. If you haven't smashed that like button yet, go ahead and hit that for me, as well as subscribing. That would really help out the channel. And hit that bell so you're notified of when the next videos drop. And again, this is J Money, Falling Forward Financial. Happy trading, happy investing, stay green.